So I think it was our last day to be in California. We were going to go sightseeing in Hollywood, and all of us were walking down the main strip there in Hollywood, pushing Dad in the wheelchair. As we walked past Jimmy Kimmel's theater, there was a sign out front with a few people in line, and the sign said, "Fan Appreciation Day. Have your picture taken with Jimmy."
And so we parked the car, all six of us got out, we're wheeling Dad along, and we're going up Hollywood Boulevard, and there's a placard, and it says, "Fan Appreciation Day. If you want to get a picture with Jimmy Kimmel, he's here from 9 to 11.
And as we were walking past, a couple of interns said, "Hey, do you want to have your picture taken with Jimmy?" And we asked a few more questions, and he said it could be a couple hours.
Yeah, so we all kind of huddled together, and I said, "Hey, does anybody want to go see Jimmy Kimmel?" And nobody really had any interest, and then Jenny kind of spoke up and said, "I think I do." And then I jumped right on it, and I said, "Yeah, I'll do it too."
But he kept going. Ted and I then went and got in line. After being in line for a few minutes, we started wondering why nobody came to get our name. So Ted went and asked one of the interns, made sure he knew we were there. Eventually, some interns came over to us with a camera, asked us our name, what we were doing in California. Ted said, "Well, we brought my 92-year-old dad here to see his 97-year-old mother." And I whipped him on the shoulder. I said, "Not his mother, his sister." And so then they started laughing at that.
And they go, "Well, what brings you into town?" "Well, we brought my 92-year-old father to come see his 97-year-old mother." And my sister Jenny slaps me and goes, "Sister, stupid," and we got some laughs, and then they said, "Well, what do you like about Jimmy?" And I said, "Well, I like the man on the street thing that he does, and I also like the fact he doesn't like Trump." That's kind of how I did it, and they started laughing.
And then literally 5 minutes later, they came and pulled us out of the line, plucked us out, took us in for a quick COVID test.
I want you guys, when you go in there, just be nice and relax and loose. We've had some people that all tighten up, and just want you to go in there and have a good time. Jimmy's really looking forward to it. So, okay. So I took the hint, obviously. So we go down the steps, and they open up the doors, and we walk through the doors, and there's Jimmy Kimmel. And I just go, "Jimmy!" and start laughing. He comes up, shakes our hand, brings us right over to the chair, the couch that you sit on. And and he's behind us, and then he says, "Well, look up there, there's the cameraman, it's going to take our picture, I'll be back behind you." I said, "Okay, great, cool." So, we're smiling at the guy, the cameraman, he's over here to the right, and Jimmy's back behind us.
Early, the lights came on, it was bright. We walk over, we see Jimmy Kimmel standing at his desk, and he shook our hands, asked us our names, where we're from, told us to have a seat. And in the meantime, there's a director there, and he's just shouting out a bunch of directions for us to do. Look here, look there. And then Jimmy says, "Well, I think I'd like to get a selfie." And so as he's getting behind us to take a selfie, the director keeps barking directions at us about making sure we look at him. And in the meantime, I see a phone come in front of me, and he keeps saying, "I want a selfie, I want a selfie." And so out of the corner of my eye, I looked at the cell phone, and I saw it was Jimmy Fallon in the cell phone. And I'm like, "Jimmy Fallon!"
Next thing we know, we see a cell phone comes up right around the left corner, and we see Jenny and I. That's all we can see. And then they move it a little bit closer, and it's Jimmy Fallon. And I just jump up, "Jimmy Fallon!" And it just blew our minds. And Jenny goes, "Oh, you're so handsome."
And then the next thing we knew, they're whisking us off out this back door. And as we get to this back door, we have to sign another document that says that we won't tell anybody. And they said, even if you walk past the people in line, don't tell them what just happened. We want this to be a surprise.
Now, you can't tell anybody. And I said, oh man, we're out here with my family. We can't tell them about this because it's an April Fool's joke for the next day. He said, no, you signed the paperwork. You can't say anything. So we walked out the back door and we said to the intern guy, I said, do you think we got a chance to get on TV? He says, oh, I think so. You guys are funny. You probably told that to everybody. But Jenny and I were walking away from there, and she says, I can't keep it a secret from Joe. And I said, you got to, Jenny. We got a pinky promise. We cannot say anything. I said, all we can tell the family is, yeah, we saw Jimmy Kimmel and really downplay it. And that's what we did. And the next night, I had called Lana actually and told her, hey, set the DVR. I want to make sure you set the DVR for Jimmy Kimmel tomorrow night. Sure as heck, April Fool's edition. Our skit, we didn't make it, but it was on the next night.
Jimmy Kimmel! Hi, I'm Jimmy. Please, settle down here. You're gonna offend the other Jimmy. Happy April Fool's Day, everybody. Jimmy, are you there? I'm here. I'm in your place. Isn't this weird? You did it. Wow.
Jimmy, a big chunk of your audience almost left when I walked out. What's going on? How are you? Nice to meet you. How are you? Please have a seat, guys.
Right here. Square your bodies to me. So
Yeah, square your body right up
like
there.
you're a guest on the show. Exactly. That's right. Bigger smiles, bigger smiles. Thank you. That's right. Turn a little bit, your head towards me a little bit more. 1 second. There you go.
Jimmy,
Smile,
my
big
jacket.
smiles.
Let me fix my jacket real quick.
Keep going.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I know. It's weird, right? 'Cause-
Love getting into that.
Oh, thank you. Do you watch the Jimmy Fallon show ever?
Yes.
Oh, you do? And what do you think of that?
But no.
Not, you don't like that? Oh, really?
Love your monologue.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'll work on my monologue. I'll work it.
What is